Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. Here we are doing some more adding and subtracting of decimals. So here today we've got Aki, and he is decorating a mirror of his, and he's got some, you can see some starred paper that he's put around the edge, and he wants to decorate the other two sides, but needs to know, has he got enough paper? So each side is a metre long. Now, once it's a metre long, we can look at these bits down here to think, has he got enough? Now, we can use our number bonds here to think, well, if we say looked at 0.3 metres, which of these would any of those add up to make one whole? Well, maybe 0.7, because 3 and 7 make 10, 0.3, 0.7, would that make 1? And then we can look at 0.43 and think, does it match? So let's have a look. Oh, wait, let me move myself over here. So here we go. Yes, 0.3 plus 0.7, that equals 1. So that could fit one strip. And then along the other side, 0.53 plus 0.57 plus 0.43, that also equals 1. So yes, fortunately, Aki does have enough to decorate his mirror. Now, he's also bought some ribbon in order to decorate a treasure box. And he's bought a strip that was 1 metre long. Now, he's used 0.235 of a metre. Now, 0.235 of a metre, there's 3 decimal places, isn't there? So we've got 3 digits after the decimal point. Now, if we want to know how much ribbon does Aki have left, we need to find the difference from 0.235 metres up to 1 metre. Now, we could use a number line, or we could use a column, which I have done just here. I decided to make 1 metre take away 0.235. Now, you can see that when I've got my 1 metre, I've actually then added 1, 2, 3 zeros afterwards. Do you know why? Well, if we look at the number we're taking away, that has got 3 decimal places of its number. There's 2, a 3 and a 5 in the tenths, hundredths and thousandths column. So in order to take it away accurately, we've got to put some placeholders around this 1 metre. So let's have a go now. Here, we can't, the mistake people often make is they think 5 take away 0, but no, we start at the top. So we've got to go all the way and borrow from this 1, which is going to turn into a 0. And it's going to become a 10. This needs to borrow, so down it goes to a 9. And this becomes a 10, but this one needs to borrow, so down that one goes to a 9, and this one becomes a 10. So we're doing 10 take away 5, which is 5. We're then doing 9 take away 3, which is 6. We're then doing 9 take away 2, which is 7. So I get an answer of 0.765. And that's how much ribbon Aki has got left. He's got 0.65 metres. Here is a little bar chart to show you, sorry, a bar model, not a bar chart, to show you what how it adds up together to make 1 metre. So you can see that there's the original starting amount of 0.235 metres, and then it has got the 0.765 metres, which we added to it to get to 1 metre. So he's got 0.765 of a metre left. Now then, here, this thing together is quite similar. So this is pieces of decorative paper that have been cut from strips of 1 metre, and we want to know how much is left. So for example, number 1, 0.4 of a metre has been chopped off, so how much is left? So over this side, you can see I've done 1 take away 0.4. Now, what I want you to practice here is the understanding of the importance of lining up your columns, because if you're taking away 0.4 of a metre, away from 1 metre, your 0 has to line up with 1 because it hasn't yet made a hole. It's less than a hole. So it's working out how many zeros you need to put on as placeholders, and then whereabouts everything needs to line up. So have a pause and then come back, have a go at working them out, come back and we'll look at the answers together. Okay, so hopefully you've had a try, and here, 1 take away 0.4, you might use a number line, you might do a different method, that's fine. Let's see if your answer is correct. So I am going to borrow from next door. So 10 take away 4 is 6. And for my decimal point, sorry, that's not very lined up with my pen. So the answer is 0.6 metres left. And again, we could use our number bonds, can't we? Because we could think 4 and 6, that makes 10, or 0.4 and 0.6, that makes 1 whole. Now the next one, you can see I've put 2 placeholders, because this time it's 0.49. So again, I'm going to take away, because I've got to do 0 take away 9, which I can't do. So I've got to go and I've got to borrow from my neighbours. So this becomes a 9, this becomes a 10. So 10 take away 9 is 1, 9 take away 4 is 5. Then I've got my decimal point and the 0. So 0.51 is the answer for this one. That's what's left. This one, same again. So borrow from the 1. This turns to a 0. This goes next door. But it's got to go again because we're lending again. So it finally looks like that. So 10 take away 8, which is 2. 9 take away 6, which is 3. 0 take away 0. Put in a decimal point. So for 0.32. Did you get them right? Hope so. Okay, now this one again is a similar type of question in that you are looking at with these types of models. This one here at the top, this is the total, and the 2 circles at the bottom have to add together to equal this total. So what have I got to add to 0.2 to make 1? Well, I can use my number bonds from this because I can think, well, if it was 2 and I was trying to get to 10, I'd add 8. But because it's 0.2, well, I need 0.8. And there's my answer. Right, pause the film and have a go at these and then come back and look at the answers. Just see if you can work them out, either with a column or with a line, either way. All right, so let's have a look. Let's look at B. So B, 1 whole take away 0.71 was 0.29. So we know that if we add 0.29, 0.71, we get a total of 1. The next one, 0.132, add 0.868. And for D, 0.521, add 0.479. Okay, so your work today is going to be using lots of these skills so you can have a go. It's all about finding totals to make 1 and looking at whether you need, how many decimal places that number is holding. So if you're looking at 0.384, you've got 3 digits after that decimal place, so think carefully about if you're setting out a subtraction sum. Good luck, send me some photos and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.